What's going on, YouTube family? Austin Zay back here with another YouTube video. And first and foremost, I want to apologize. I have not been uploading a lot of videos recently. I've been absolutely slammed with my different business ventures, my different companies, and just all sorts of stuff. But I'm gonna make a commitment to you guys to get on here and start dropping value, whether it be Instagram related, my social media company, or real estate related, or whatever that happens to be. It might be more vlogging, more just kind of like day in the life stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. But guys, this is gonna be part 2 of our 5-part series of the Instagram series that we actually started. If you watched the last one, if you haven't, definitely go check out the first one. Austin Lewis here, sitting next to me. Pleasure, by the way, having you again, bro. He interviewed me on the part 1 series of this, right? So he was asking me, about my story, and we got into all kinds of crazy cool stuff in that video. But in part 2, I want to kind of talk to Austin a little bit about his story through Instagram. And if you've seen the thumbnail, literally how you've been able to make a living off of Instagram alone for like almost 5 years, I think it is. So really interesting story, really cool guy, and actually obviously my business partner. And just hold on to one thought too until the end of this video. We're gonna talk about some really cool stuff, but think about this. If it wasn't for Instagram, we wouldn't know each other, right guys? So if you're watching this right now, understand that we met on Instagram. As a matter of fact, both of my roommates, okay, I have another roommate as well right now because I enjoy living with my business partners, my friends, my entrepreneurs. I would actually go literally nuts if I lived by myself, but both of my roommates, okay, not one, both of my roommates I met through Instagram. I want you to really understand the power behind that. I mean, it's literally insane. That I met, like, the majority of the stuff that's in my life right now has come through this platform right here, right? This phone through Instagram. It's literally crazy to think about. If that wasn't made, we would have never met. We wouldn't have the businesses that we have. We wouldn't live in this 2-story freaking penthouse. And it's really just crazy when you actually stop and think about that. And for whoever's watching, I mean, wrapping your brain around like that kind of power, right, through some platform is kind of insane. So, I tell them a little bit about, obviously, I think before the video we were talking, 2015, you got on Instagram. Didn't really know why you were getting on Instagram, but it was the thing, right? One of your buddies probably said, hey, have you ever heard of this thing called Instagram? And you're like, no, dude, I haven't, or maybe you had, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make an account, right? And you make an account, and at the time, you were doing what? I mean, kind of walk me through what you were doing at that time.
Yeah, so again, thank you for having me. And he's definitely gonna be uploading some more because I'm gonna hold him accountable to this, 1000%. But even just like before I even jump into that, Austin, even to just like looking at the platform of Instagram, and like I wouldn't even live in Arizona if it wasn't for Instagram. And I'm from Washington State originally, so I literally wouldn't like the opportunity. Like literally, when people say, if you were to ask me one question, what's changed your life? There's a ton of things that have changed my life, but I'd say Instagram. And they'd look at me crazy.
A platform.
Like a platform that just reached over 1 billion monthly users has completely changed, altered my life in a direction that if it wasn't here, I don't know what I would be doing. You know what I mean? So, and again, that goes back to having some sort of self-awareness and understanding that, this platform is a platform where you take advantage of the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity, right? I probably said that wrong, but you get the point. Like Instagram is here, so why not take advantage of it? You know what I mean? Like go where the hockey puck is going rather than where the hockey puck is at. The hockey puck is going to Instagram right now. Like most people are veering away from Facebook. They're veering away from other platforms, Twitter, everything. And they're going towards Instagram, right? So why not take advantage of that opportunity and utilize that and see where it takes you, right? So, but yeah, back to 2015, I think it was a friend that said, hey, you got to get on Instagram. Had absolutely no idea why. I think my first Instagram picture, I think I still remember it. It was me holding a wakeboard next to my dad's boat. At 2015, I was what, 16 years old? 15 or 16. One of the two. I'm 23 now, so maybe I don't know.
Hey, you have to be smart to make money.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't know the numbers, right? I was 16 or 17 years old when I got Instagram. And I just hopped on the platform. And again, I had absolutely no idea why. I was just getting into network marketing at the time. I didn't have a job. I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew I was going to be successful. I just didn't know how, right? Like Jim Rohn says, you know what I mean? You don't need to know the how, you just need to know the what, you know what I mean? And that's really where it all started, was that platform of getting started on Instagram, not knowing. And I started, I mean, high school, had 3,000 students. So I mean, I had 1,000 followers.
Right, totally.
One third of Mount Spokane High School, right? And it went from 1,000, and later on it went to 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000, and when it really, and again, back, and you and I started building our Instagram at the same time, you now reaching over 100,000 followers, me just hitting over 60K, like, I didn't know why I was building my Instagram, and all of my friends told me it was crazy. They all said, Austin, why would you invest money into your Instagram? And again, I wanted to go where the hockey puck is going rather than where the hockey puck is at. I didn't know why. I didn't have an answer.
Totally.
And neither did you, right? I didn't have an answer, but I had that hunch. I had that feeling that this is going to be big. You know what I mean? This platform is going to be able to open up a ton of different opportunities for me. And so investing in my Instagram, when I hit 10,000 followers, even a little bit shy of 10,000 followers, I just got started in a new network marketing venture, and I was I was a 19-year-old kid selling weight loss coffee. And I was building my Instagram, and I didn't have for the network marketing people out here, I didn't have a warm market because I had got rid of all that. I tried to sell them toothpaste, I tried to sell them lotion, I tried to sell them everything. Right? So I didn't have a warm market, but I had an Instagram. And in Instagram, the 8,900 followers that I had were lukewarm. If somebody follows you on Instagram, they see what you're doing, right? They have a general idea. Yeah, they like, trust, respect you at on some level, right? To be genuinely curious in what it is that you're doing. Totally. And most people in today's world, especially when you're on Instagram, and you and I run across this all the time, most people are like, oh, I need 20,000 followers before I can start my business. It's, oh, I only have 3,000 followers. Well, that's 3,000 people you can sell to. Totally. Like, if you understand, if you have 500 followers, you can sell to any of them. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Maybe not just right away, but over time, 100%, right? I still have people that follow me. Like, I got a message earlier today that was like, hey, dude, I followed you when you had 3,000 followers. Literally. I got 60K now. He just got started with one of our services. You know what I mean? So, you know, 8,900 followers, right, on Instagram. I got started my new network marketing venture, and over time, as building my Instagram, you know, creating more leads, generating more leads, more people for me to talk to, more people for me to make connections with, more people like this guy that I could meet on Instagram because I was moving out here. Then by 2 years later, at age 21, I'm making a multiple six-figure income within that company. And I'd never made six figures in my entire life. I mean, 100%. Especially through online. Like, my mom asked me how I made all the money. I said, Instagram. She said, what the hell is Instagram? Like, are you sure you're not drug dealing? She's like, are you sure you're not drug dealing? Exactly. And it was that platform that has literally paid me over the last 5 years an unbelievably amount of money, but more importantly, the connections that we've made, the relationships that we've built. Most people look at Instagram like a posting service. They look at it like, how many likes can I get? How many DMs, how many comments, how many butt photos, how many dope pictures popping bottles with my friends can I take? Which every picture that you and I post is an investment. And it's gonna create some sort of revenue for us. And it's just a different mindset going into Instagram, because most people don't, a lot of you right here that are watching probably don't even understand that you can get paid to be on Instagram. There's people and you can. Absolutely. Like on a couch. They get paid. In 100 different ways. 100. Shit, 1,000. There, people ask me all the time, how do you get paid through Instagram? Well, it depends on your niche and your following. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can get paid, and we can cover that in different videos. But the moral of the story is, it's so funny because back in a long time ago, right, network marketing days, you know, you always hear, and those of you guys that are watching, you know, probably have heard 1,000 times, your network is your net worth. And you hear it over and over again, like, your network is your net worth, your network is your net worth. And then all of a sudden, like, you have this massive cultural shift where, you know, social media, you have MySpace and Facebook and like, it's all brand new. Like, this is none of this has ever been done before in the history of the world, right? And so now, that saying is starting to make a lot more sense than it used to. Because I mean, before 10, I can't imagine, you know, the kid, I can't imagine, you know, like our parents. Wait, I mean, pull a phone book out? Like, I mean, your network can only get so big 20 years ago. You know, you can only walk down the street so many times. You can only go to so many networking events. You can only, you know, now in your hand, it's the same thing. In the palm of your hand, you can meet anybody. You can meet someone in Australia, in the UK like you know. You're in Washington, I'm in Arizona. Boom, 3 years later, we own multiple companies. We're best friends, we're roommates, and you know, it's like, that was never possible. And so a lot of it, I think, like what you said, is
is just taking a step back and saying, man, look at a guy like him, a guy like you, you've literally created a living off of this, and not just a living. I mean, you've thrived, right? So it's just, you know, so for those of you watching, understand that if you're not making money on Instagram, take a step back, look at it like from his perspective, right? These customers, you know, you said it best, you said you don't need 20,000 followers to start making money. Like 3,000 is enough, 500 is enough, 800 is enough. How many followers do you have? That's enough. You know, and stop limiting yourself and just go out there and take massive action. And the other thing is too, like you said, you can't be afraid to invest. You know, it's funny, I actually, a long time ago, I don't know why this popped into my head, but I used to play RuneScape. You probably remember the game. And I would buy money on RuneScape. Anyways, I was super into the game. It's like probably 10 years ago. But I remember actually buying money on RuneScape, and I would go meet some guy on RuneScape in the middle of like the wilderness, and he would like, I would kill him, and then he would have all the money that I had just bought with real money, like US dollars, and I would pick it up and then go deposit it in my bank. And anyways, you know, that mindset, right? Of, okay, you know, it's different, because people are afraid. Normally, people are used to investing. You know, 20 years ago, you invest, and you like in real estate, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can see it, and I get that, and it's still a very, you know, good investment, by the way. A lot of those investments are, but this is a new way of investing. You know, and it's an indirect way of investing. You know, you invest into your personal brand. You and I both have, and through that, indirectly, I mean, you had what, 5,000 people on your team at one point in network marketing? 5,000
active, right? Every single month ordering products.
And some of those people, they didn't even directly follow you on Instagram, but the person that you got connected to on Instagram knew a guy that knew a guy that knew a guy that knew a guy that led to this massive infrastructure. All because of one person, one connection, you know, and that's insane when you actually stop to think about it, right? So then fast forward, you kind of accidentally start to, you know, you grow your Instagram account, you master it, you figure out, you know, how to do it, right? And then you kind of accidentally fall into, you know, some of your friends are like, hey, can you help me do mine? Before you know it, you're making $100,000 a year helping other people grow their Instagrams
part-time,
and you don't have an LLC or a website. Right?
Crazy, like what you were saying there just kind of led to like your RuneScape analogy. It was like, remember when we first got on Facebook? The Facebook, like the header was a bunch of dots that connected each other. And like nobody thought about anything, but it said it right at the top. You know what I mean? Mark Zuckerberg said Facebook. Shout out to you, dude. You started this all, but it had a bunch of dots with lines that connected it because that's what the platform does. It just connects to people. That's all Instagram is. It's just a connector, right? Like, and most people don't even understand today that one post, one Instagram story, one person, like you said, could lead to thousands upon thousands, heck, even millions of dollars.
Unbelievable.
In just one post.
One relationship.
That's it.
And the thing I think that people have to remember is that meeting someone on your phone, on Instagram, in the day and age that we live in, is no different than meeting somebody at the bar anymore.
Not at all.
In person, right? At some point, you can formulate an in-person relationship with this, you know, with the relationship that you've built over the internet. You know, and you're just maybe a few more DMs away, or text messages, or phone calls, or whatever, and boom, before you know it, I mean, you're connected, man. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. The power of that. I mean, even sometimes for me, it's hard to even fathom. But yeah, to go back to your story on, you know, now people are starting to ask me, Austin, what are you what are you doing? You know, Austin and I sat down, I want to say a year and a half ago, and discovered a company called The Legacy. We drew it on a freaking whiteboard that was as big as a wall, and we just were so caught up in our businesses. I was busy in my business, he was busy in his business, doing real estate, absolutely crushing it, and just started part-time. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pick this up part-time, because you know, for those of you that are in network marketing or know network marketing, it doesn't take a whole lot of time requirements when you already have a massive organization. Then it's just, you know, being a firefighter, setting out the fires, helping on calls when I needed to. So I started picking up a legacy, and a lot of people were like, Austin, can you help me build my Instagram? Can you help me build my Instagram? We had already invested in our software, as well as had account managers that we knew. So I'm like, you know what, let's pick this up. So, you know, long story short, within 30 days, I think, I want to say within 60 to 90 days, it was doing $10,000 a month.
Insane.
I mean, I had a Google spreadsheets, didn't even know how to work Google spreadsheets. I mean, when people would get us our passwords, I wouldn't even know where to keep the passwords. It would be all done through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I mean, I had every, I mean, Stripe, I mean, literally, I mean, Square, I mean, I had everything. I mean, crypto, I even accepted crypto on a monthly basis, and every single month I'd reach out to 100 plus customers and I would get them to do their renewals. It was a complete mess. I had 2 account managers, no employees. It was just me. I sat at my desk in my home. I made 10,000 turkey burgers, right? Every single day, I made 10,000 turkey burgers. It was unbelievable. And then that led to, okay, you know, let's partner on an exotic car rental company. Let's use our influence on Instagram. I had 20,000 followers. You had upwards of 50,000 followers. I said, let's start utilizing our following to get even wider into people that maybe are coming from Florida, or coming from Washington, Wisconsin, wherever, that are now gonna come rent our exotic cars. So boom, it went into that. We started doing that. That led into, okay, let's buy a golf cart limousine company. Like, I never thought in a million years I would ever own golf carts in Old Town Scottsdale that rode around and took cash to give people rides. Drunk people, right? It led to that, and then we're like, okay, let's use our following to get people in Old Town, in Scottsdale. Let's target Scottsdale followers here, because a lot of our followers are from Scottsdale or Phoenix in general. Now that they know that we own, you know, well, I don't know, Gratuity Carts LLC or whatever. Now that they know that we own Gratuity Carts, they're all gonna start taking Gratuity Carts. Simply due to the fact that they follow us on Instagram. Nothing, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, look at when you're following somebody and that morning they post a picture at your favorite brunch place. Are you gonna pick a new brunch place, or are you gonna go to that brunch place? Because you saw it on a freaking story. Like, mind blowing.
It's integrated in every aspect of our lives. And whether you realize it or not, by the way. You know what I mean? So I think that's what, I think the goal of his story, what we want to share with you in this part 2 of the part 5 series, because I think part 3 through 5 we'll get into maybe some more logistical tips and tricks and hacks probably. But you know, the first 2 was to go through my story, go through his story, and for you guys to fully wrap your brains around the simple fact that I don't care if you're in your mom's basement or where you're at right now. You were in Washington. I mean, you know.
In my mom's basement.
In his mom's basement, literally in his mom's basement, you know, creating a multiple 6-figure income through the platform. So, you know, just take a step back and understand that my story and his story, these are our stories. This isn't, you know, this we didn't make this up, right? Like, this is what happened to us, and this is what you know, our lives have dramatically changed because of the platform. So, you know, we're excited. We're really excited, you know, to share it with you guys. And you know, we own an Instagram growth community now called Legacy Marketing, which we've officially partnered up on. You know, we have employees and proprietary softwares and, you know, systems and processes and all kinds of cool stuff. And, you know, we were talking about it, you know, the last week or so, but what that company really does is, you know, we just, what we do essentially is we save you time. You know, we save a lot of these people that are watching this right now, you know, you could figure out how to grow your Instagram account probably if you just do enough research and due diligence, and heck, we'll show you how to do it in the next few videos probably. But, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to ask yourself, you know, does it make more sense for you to do that, or does it make more sense for you to hire a company? I personally don't touch my account. I know Austin doesn't touch his account because we have people that work for us that do that for us. We're too busy. You know, we got other companies, we got other things going on, and, you know, we don't have time for that. We want the benefits. We want to reap the benefits all day, every day, without a shadow of a doubt, because we know the benefits, but we don't want to do it ourselves. So that's what our company does. It's something to consider. The link is in the description down below. But you know, closing thoughts. I mean, right? Like, for these guys, I mean, obviously, you know, I think the number one takeaway is just understanding its value. But you know, do you have anything else to add to that, or anything you want to tell them, kind of leading into obviously a third video, which will come out real soon now that we're gonna get consistent with this?
I think just like to summarize this all, and what you guys are seeing is the owners of the company. But if you were to take anything away from this video, it would be this right here. We have 400 other stories currently at this current moment, just like him and I's. There's people that we've serviced over the last year that Instagram has completely changed their life. They've brought in more sales. They've been able to gain more credibility. They've been able to, you know, sell that deal. They've been able to connect with that wholesaler in their area. They've been able to, you know, bring in more people into their business. They've been able to sell more of their products. They've been able to gain more of their clients for fitness. They've been able to grow their entire network. They've been able to create new relationships. They've been able to sell to literally their audience on Instagram because of a legacy marketing. So this isn't just Austin and Austin, right? This isn't just a legacy like this story. like we have 400 other stories just like this. And our mission, our goal is to have thousands of stories just like this because of a legacy marketing, you know? So that's my, I mean, that would be my finishing. Like, what more do we need to say?
That's it. And Instagram's a platform, by the way, guys. You know, you're watching this on YouTube. YouTube's great. It's amazing. You know, if you want to get on YouTube, do it, and we can show you how to do that. But it's tough, man. I mean, you got to have the camera software and edit it and do the thumbnails and do the captions and do the description and do the tags and the time, and it takes a long time to grow. And it's great if you're committed to that, you should definitely do that. But right neck and neck with YouTube's Instagram. You know, Facebook is slowly tapering off a bit. I think it's still a great platform. Snapchat and Twitter, I don't see that the real long-term value there. So Instagram's a platform. 1 billion monthly active users, growing like crazy. And man, I mean, there's a new update every week. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg and the team over at Instagram and Facebook, I mean, I don't think they're going to let anybody, you know, come and compete with them for a real long time here. So it's a platform you want to be on, and you want to grow on it now. You know, you don't need millions of followers. That's the thing. People get that screwed up all the time. You know, just start somewhere, man. You know what I mean?
Well, there's people that have 20,000 followers making more people that have millions.
100%. I know people that don't even have an Instagram account and they're freaking murdering it. I'm like, they get an Instagram account, they double their business.
Double their business.
It's insane.
If not triple.
Right? Exactly. So, anyways, guys, you know, thanks for hopping on this video. Again, we're gonna make 3 more in this 5-part series, just like this one, except we'll probably go into more detail on how we've both done what we've done, and how you guys can apply that too. Links in the description down below, by the way, for legacy marketing. If you have any questions, by the way, DM Austin at the Austin Lewis. Is it the still? Okay, at the Austin Lewis. His deal will be down below too. Obviously, at Austin Zabak. We'd be happy to answer any questions you might have, or legacymarketing.com. That'll be in the description down below. As always, guys, subscribe if you have not already. Smash the thumbs up button. And man, appreciate you coming on here again, brother. Yep, look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.